Do you use AI for it? Do you use ChatPRD for it, or just ChatGPT, like the regular stuff? Do you have like a prompt library? Do you have like a prompt checklist? What are your hacks for writing excellent
Yeah.
prompts, which are basically
I
PRDs?
yeah. Exactly. You're gonna be surprised about this. I don't use libraries at all, like libraries and templates. I just like paste stuff together, and that's like the most like copy paste thing that I do. It's like, okay, now I'm writing like the different types of node. Instead of me thinking about what are those nodes and researching the internet, I just open Chat GPT, open up web search, and you know what? I'm building this product. I need to know what are the different type of nodes for my use case, and help me like describe all of it. Copy that, paste that in, and bam, it does all of those codes and like in like, the parameters that we require. And definitely as a product leader, you have to like scrutinize all of that. Like, okay, this is not actually something that we need, or too technically difficult to build, or like not something we need right now. Now that's like negotiation and like talking with your
Mm.
engineers part.
Yeah.
The
And this thing about nodes is very specific to this thing that you're doing,
Yeah,
right?
specific to what
Because
I'm doing.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
Change that to components or like features, like describe the feature that you want, and that would be like the equivalent of it.
Yeah.
The second part here is just focus on conversing with focus on conversations versus long prompt templates.
Yeah.
Okay, instead of like having like, okay, this is like a long prompt template, I just focus on like giving it what it needs to do the job. So
Yeah.
this is about a little bit about the product, a little bit about this feature, and this is where I want it to start.
Yeah.
Like if I give it my entire PRD, it won't know where to start, and
Yeah.
it just will take a jab at it, and sometimes it will do something weird like, okay, you pasted, you give me a period of what we're trying to do. It's gonna do a little bit of like the landing page, a little bit of like the core feature, a little bit of this, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be a little like not like optimal when you're trying to like show or like, create something with B0, I'd say.
Yeah.
What I do instead is like something like this, and I change this like in each conversation. So like um context about the product. I call this like the product profile section.
Yeah.
Context about what I want, like what it does, like the use case that I wanted to use, that I want to use it for. And then the third part is where do I want it to start? I think this is the most important part. Like
Yeah.
start with the dashboard, start with
Yeah.
like the core feature, and like let's build on top of that. Okay,
Yeah.
you gave me like the core feature. Now let's do the side panel, and like now it's like conversation on where I wanted to focus first.
Yeah.
Because if you give it like the task for everything, it's just gonna break and doesn't know where to focus.
Exactly.
So
And
like
it does
piece
every,
by
and then
piece
it
by piece.
misses requirements, right? That's what I
Yes,
found.
it
And I was
misses
surprised.
requirements.
And I was like,
Yeah,
really? You like that's the one thing you should be
yeah,
able to do is
yeah.
like not miss requirements. Okay, this is
Yes.
really interesting and really helpful. When you have this conversation with AI and say, like, for example, hey, I want to build this product, what kind of features would I need? When you kind of refine your context in PRD, do you use ChatGPT, Perplexity? Like, which tool do you use to
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of have
yeah.
this conversation?
Right now, you can get away with a lot from your default LLM provider. Right now, I use ChatGPT
You use ChatGPT.
for like just the like whenever I want something researched, I want something a little bit more fleshed out before I give it to like Vercel. And I don't want to think like it takes some the time to think and research and just go to ChatGPT. You know what? This is what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Open voice mode, like, hey, I'm trying to build this product. This is what it does, and like this is what it does, and this is where I'm at, and I want you to do X. Close it, send it, and bam. That's the best prompt that you can do. Like not a prompt template, not like a like let's say a very specific way of prompting. Just open voice and like talk to it and say that's been something that's changed my relationship
Okay.
with prompt.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay, great. Okay, thank you. I'm aware we're almost out of time, but I really appreciate
yeah,
this. One more, two more questions, really quick.
sure.
One, how do you stay, because it's moving so fast, right? How do you stay
Yeah,
aware of what's going on? Do you have any favorite newsletters that I should definitely subscribe to? Are there any
yeah.
forums that I should be checking out? Where should I be?
Mhm. Um, I do read a lot, so there's that. And but majority of the books that are written are more of like the conceptual stuff for product and AI. I recently enrolled in a post-grad program for AI, but majority of it is just for credentials, you know. And
Yeah.
I'd say the new stuff is actually like the end of the program, so I don't really recommend that if your focus
Right?
is to learn. Yeah, the best thing that we've done in the past 2 months, like so this is very recent, is actually run a hackathon. You know what? I gathered a couple of friends in my room here in the condo. I was like, you know what? Let's try to solve a problem, like, and do a hackathon over the weekend, and push ourselves in trying to do X, Y, and Z. So I have
That's
like
really cool.
a couple of developers and a designer, and we be stuck in a room and like tried to build this product, and it's an AI product as well outside of our like work, like this is, so we all have like day jobs and all of that. We
Yeah.
still need to eat, you know. And now that we want to focus to learn, these technologies out there haven't been documented yet, in terms of some of them are barely in newsletters yet. So, and some of them are like barely like documented in videos yet, and you don't know the quality of it yet.
Yeah.
So the best way to learn is to push yourself, lock
Yeah.
yourself in a room and try to build something.
Yeah.
Like that prompt labs idea that we just built, like that's something you can whip up within an hour. Try to look for it. Like this is like the best time for product leaders to build stuff,
Yeah.
because you have like the context, you know how like the difference of how to validate an idea, a job to be done, a user story, and all of that. And like
Yeah.
now how you if now the next skill to learn is how do you work with these tools to like get that out
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
talk about it. So that's the one. But I don't want to leave like this without like giving a shout out to my newsletters, like the ones that I subscribe. So Lenny's definitely one. You
Yeah.
interviewing a lot of like the podcast there, and Akash from Product Growth. I love his
Akash,
deep
yeah.
dives. Akash from Product Growth, and yeah, those two, and then like just build stuff,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah. Can I ask? So that's my last question.
Sure.
Because I am building stuff. Like I had exactly the
Woo!
same thought process, right? I was looking at courses, AI for product management, and then they cost a lot of money. And then I thought, this is already outdated. A, it's outdated,
100%.
and B, it's gonna teach me about, the bits and bytes, right? Like the what's under the hood. And to be honest, I care a bit about what's under the hood, but not that much, right? I just want to
You
use
don't need
it.
that. Yes.
So I'm just doing this other thing, which is interviews with people like yourself and also building something. Really the whole process, and I'm documenting that on my blog. I will run into problems. Do you mind if I ping you on LinkedIn if I come into a problem that I can't solve and kind of lean on your knowledge?
I don't just send this over. Like, yeah, like I'd love that. And right now where I'm at is uh, with how fast the world is changing, we need more founders. So like key part that now that you're building stuff, like even this conversations that you're having and like communicating that in your blogs, that's amazing. Let me know how else I can help. And like yeah, let's publish this. The only thing I'd
Fantastic.
ask is like the only thing I'd ask us is like I also want to post this on my socials. So
Go
that's
for
like
it.
the
Yes, absolutely.
perfect.
Yeah.
And I love that. All right. So Els, I love what you're doing here. Do you have any other questions before we wrap this up? Or
Let's wrap it up, but we will definitely keep in
okay,
touch.
sure, perfect.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
I
Els, and I
appreciate
love
it.
what you're doing.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Same.
Okay, let's just wrap this up. I want to talk for like, one quick second. I just realized I don't know how to pronounce your name.
Elsa.
Elsa. Okay,
Yeah. And you, Jerel?
Gerald. Yes.
Gerald. Nice to meet you, Gerald. And
Okay.
thank you so much. I
Nice to
really
meet
appreciate
you,
it.
and I enjoy the conversation.
Me too. Speak to you soon.
Thank you. Bye
Bye.
bye.